Don't you don't increase the volume? If you don't increase the volume, why told me?
My name is Collins Agawabe, popularly known as No Mind but last, more than No Mind more. Not be all so the cook right at the fry plantain. We keep on watching VOP TV. The voice of the people, the voice of Edo. If you want to get the authentic news for Edo, the way it be, that's why they show and all they cut anything come on. A VOP TV.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We bring in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
It's a beautiful Monday, another Monday for us to actually keep our hopes alive another Monday for us to actually, keep believing that everything would actually work out fine. Of course, welcome on board Two People's Voice on VOB TV, where season story shape the narrative. And today we'll be dissecting a major story that is dominating the headline and sparking conversation across the nation. Of course, all eyes on Efcc as we watch them, carry out their job. Okay, as regards to investigation, Efcc alleges Malami operated 46 bank accounts. Join the conversation with expert insight and seasoned perspective. Share your thoughts with us. I am Savior. Let's look into other news stories with details. ADC concern over Atiku Obi team-up for 2027 presidency. ADC has actually expressed concern over the possible team-up between former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi in 2027 general election. ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi said that the situation poses a challenge, but the party is focused on strengthening its national structures and developing capacity for competitive showing in the 2027 polls. Abdullahi added that the party may decide to nominate its presidential candidate by consensus or open the tickets to all aspirants if consensus is not reached. We actually know what that particular one means there. And that's more reason why the likes of Peter Obi are saying that you have to, put the zoning situation on the table. Otherwise, they're still taking their time to actually join the party officially. Away from that particular one, Obi fought federal government plan to borrow 20 trillion for 2026 budget. The former presidential candidate, I beg your pardon, Peter Obi, has criticized the government of planning to borrow another 20 trillion to finance 2026 national budget, describing it as reckless and economically dangerous. Obi questioned the rationale behind fresh borrowing when debt servicing consumes nearly half of the country's revenue, and borrowing requirements have risen up to 72%. He accused the government of fiscal rascality and warned that the country cannot continue borrowing without directing funds towards productive sectors or generating future value. And let's come to the birthday man, the most talked man in the president's cabinet. I'm talking about Wike. Wike is one of my shining stars. And the reason why this particular one has been laughing is because, it sounds to me like, a coach, talking about one of his players, on the pitch. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has congratulated Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, on his 58th birthday. Tinubu praised Wike's performance in office, describing him as an audacious and result-oriented leader who consistently delivers impactful projects. The president highlighted Wike's transformation of the FCT, particularly recent completion of the Apo-Keshi Road, a project delayed for 14 years. Tinubu commended Wike's resilience, commitment to excellence, and support for renewed hope agenda, despite belonging to a different political party. Does it really belong to a different political party, or we should reduce our mic? That's actually a question we should be asking. But of course, I love the fact that the president said Wike is one of the shining stars of my cabinet. Okay, so that's president to his minister. Who are we to actually, come in between them? And away from that particular one, Congress man describes visit to Nigeria as heartbreaking. Really Moore has described his recent visit to Nigeria as heartbreaking after witnessing a devastating impact of violence, attacks on communities in the Middle Belt region. Moore led a congressional delegation on a fact-finding mission to Nigeria, meeting with international other supporters, and of course they went ahead and they saw the internally displaced persons, Christian leaders and government officials. He expressed concern over the persecution of Christians and the broader security challenges posed by terrorist groups like Boko Haram. Okay, and away from that particular one, Osun PDP vows to deliver victory for Adeleke in 2026. Despite Governor Ademola Adeleke's defection to the Accord Party, Osun State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Sunday BC, has declared that the party will work to deliver victory for Adeleke in the 2026 governorship election. BC describes Adeleke's defection as a doctrine of necessity to protect him from possible disqualification. The PDP will deploy all its structures to ensure Adeleke's victory. Is that particular or not a very serious conversation there? For PDP to still be saying that we want to work for this man, Adeleke. I think that speaks so much about the presence of Adeleke, and PDP is really going through a lot. Are we going to say that these particular people have actually indulged themselves in anti-party? Nobody's actually saying anything yet. We've not heard either of the faction, either the Turaki faction or that of Wike faction, comment on this particular one. So let's leave it open, in the coming days and see what would actually come to play. River State crisis, of course, there's another situation brewing now. Fubara Wike camp clash over commissioner slot. A fresh row is brewing between River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike over unresolved aspects of the peace deal broken by President Bola Tinubu. The disagreement is over the composition of a new cabinet, with Wike's camp allegedly demanding up to 12 commissioner slots. Fubara's camp considered this excessive, sparking tension between the two allies. To join the conversation, kindly call the number 09044732605. Follow us on social media at VOPTV Live. You can use the hashtag People's Voice on VOPTV, and of course on YouTube, the Voice of the People. Kindly hit the subscribe button, and together we can make our voices heard. It is time for us to go on a quick break. As soon as we return, we'll be dissecting this conversation. Efcc alleges Malami operated 46 bank accounts, and of course, ex-minister denies claim. If you don't go nowhere, stay tuned, please. Welcome back to the program. It is still People's Voice on Voice of the People Television. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has accused former Attorney General Abubakar Malami of operating 46 unlawful bank accounts and being linked to General Sani Abacha's loot. However, Malami's media aide, Bello Doka, has vehemently denied the allegations, stating that Malami has only 6 bank accounts, all known to the EFCC. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and the African Democratic Congress ADC have accused the EFCC of engaging in a political witch hunt over Malami's detention. The EFCC has denied the allegations, stating that Malami's detention is due to his failure to meet bail conditions, not politics. All right, we're now being joined by Dr. Kayode, who's a socio-political technocrat, and of course, aviation safety expert. You're welcome on board, Doctor. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. How are you?
Very well. Thank you,
I was listening to you while you were reading your news, and there are 2 of those news that caught my attention.
Okay, Doctor. Before you make your comments as regards to the news story, I would like to just introduce all the guests. Then I would, come back to you. Is that fine?
Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. And of course, we're being joined by Nwoye Chijioke, a distinguished business magnate, associate political and social analyst, and of course, a seasoned professional with wealth of experience in public relations, public speaking, and corporate consulting. Good morning, Chijioke. Of course, I can't make the mistake twice. You are in Canada, I'm in Nigeria, so it's morning over there, right?
Yeah, it's morning.
Before you tell me now it's actually winter over there, it's snowing, it's this, it's that. Good morning, Chijioke.
Good morning, Xavier. How are you doing?
You can actually win me twice. I wouldn't take that.
Yeah,
okay,
that's good.
Thank you so much for joining the program. And of course, joining me in the studio, we have Mr. Dele Fanimo, a seasoned reporter, and of course, a senior political analyst. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon, Dr. Dayo.
and Chijioke.
Hey, Ogasa, I know I will see you between now and next week. By God's
said
grace.
what?
I know.
He said he knows he's going to see you. He will see you between
Yes.
this week and next
Before
week. Okay.
Christmas, you must invite me now.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Kayode, I'd like you to
Yes.
respond to any of the news stories.
Yes, you didn't greet Chijioke very well. You say good morning in Canada. No, you have to say happy snowing in Canada because I know a lot of snowing.
Because it's always oppressing us with the snow, right?
Yes, happy snowing in Canada. Anyway, let me quickly go to Osun State.
Yeah.
No doubt about it that the PDP got it right that Adeleke's movement to accord is necessary,
Okay.
so that at the end of the day, both Adeleke and PDP will not be losing. So it's a good thing that PDP is going to work with him. Now, let's get back to Rivers State. You will remember the other time when the two of us were discussing Rivers State here, when Fubara or who was saying it, that yes, there is now peace in Rivers State. You remember I said, and then you concur with me, that which peace? If you are saying there is going to be peace in Rivers State, time will tell. Because as is, what they are hanging on is a very, very fragile situation. Imagine the House of Assembly is now having, I think about over 10 of them, over 12 of them, decamped to APC. Secondly, remember, Fubara was not there when elections were conducted into various local governments. So that means Fubara is now also having the structure of the local government in Rivers State. Now Wike is coming again. Hey man, you still cannot have all the commissioners to yourself. We have to share it. If Wike alone is asking for 24 members out of the old members of the ESCO, then how many ESCO are they going to have in Rivers? Is it saying they are going to have as much as 40, 50 commissioners? So these are issues that are still burning in Rivers State that will never make me to agree with anybody that will be telling me that there is peace in Rivers. No peace yet. Because even those people that are still in the House of Assembly that have not deflected, we still don't know where they are going to be tomorrow. So it is a very, very dicey situation in Rivers. However, I will not blame the president for saying that he is the star boy of his government, because at least Wike is doing his bidding. He has tried as much as possible to make Rivers State to sway towards his 2027 project.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Kayode. Let me bring it to the studio now, Mr. Fadimo. I'd like us to, just talk about the Wike situation, maybe just for a few seconds before we move into the main conversation. What can you say about, this situation of Wike requesting, or Wike's camp saying they want 12 slots? Is 12 slots not too much for the position of commissioners?
It cannot be too much. You will still ask for more. You see, the moment you give in to a blackmailer, you keep coming to ask for more. Fubara shot himself when he went to that first meeting and considered to the good people of Rivers State.
I was even thinking that Fubara joining APC would, calm some things.
No, it's not going to. It's not going to.
Would even be saved by the president.
You could see that as soon as it decamped, those Amefile-led legislators also move into APC with him.
Yeah, they moved first before him.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
They are all in APC now.
Yes.
And the reason for that is they will be insiders. They are still tied to the apron strings of Wike, those lawmakers. And they are supposed to provide the eyes and the ears through which they will read the barometer of Rivers State, using Fubara as the point man. Right from the day this crisis started, I said, Fubara is in for a trouble. And this trouble, you see, when I predict certain things, it may look awkward, but you always come back to it. I said it here that Wike, no matter what, he has roped himself in. From the day he even accepted to be governor of Rivers State on the conditions that are not favorable to Rivers people from Wike. Must you be a governor at all costs? Why must you compromise the life and livelihood of even one Riverian for your own inordinate and bridled ambition? This is the result we are getting now. I recall that a similar thing happened to this current Olubado when he was governor for your state. And it also happened to Bukola Saraki when he became governor of Kwara State. In the Ladoja Adedibu's own, that attitude of entitlement came into it. And Adedibu said, you don't even have one party office in any of the 33 local governments in Oyo State. I deployed my structure to make you governor. So, whatever request, he even went as far as asking him, out of your security vote, you must give me at least 20% every month. That we worked for it, and so, regardless of the fact that I'm not in government, you must give me my own share of the security vote. He made sure he also gave a list of chairmen of boards and parastatals and even commissioners. But Ladoja temporarily outsmarted him by paying his way to go and rest abroad. Before he came back, Ladoja appointed his commissioners and the fight started. This was the fight that culminated in the removal of Ladoja as governor for your state, helped by Obasanjo. Now, in the case of Saraki in Kwara, the father was the one that sponsored him against Lawal, that vice admiral.
Yeah.
And when he won, the father insisted that he needed to settle his constituency by naming all the commissioners. We were told that at some point it was a stalemate until somebody advised him and said, look, if your father says he wants to appoint all the commissioners, allow him to do. You appoint special assistants that will be doing the work of the commissioners. So, for the better part of Saraki, he allowed the father to appoint commissioners, and he appointed, that was when this Bolaji Abdullahi, that is now spokesperson of ADC, became a special assistant before he became minister. And he was running the government with the special assistants, but during the ESCO meeting, he was ready to wine and dine with his commissioners. He gave them cash, he gave them security, he gave them everything. So they couldn't go back to the father to say, sir, we are not involved in the day-to-day running. And that was it. So this man boxed himself to a corner. Even if he gives these 12 commissioners to Wike's group, they will still ask for more.
Okay. They will still ask for more.
They will still ask for more. And the more he gives in, the more they come back.
Okay. Let me also take it to the Canada man. Chijike, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Xavier.
Yeah, so what do you have to say as regards to this request from the Wike's camp requesting for 12 slots, as regards to commissioners, wanting to, present their own person, for Fubara's camp? What would you have to say as regards to that before we move to the main topic?
Well, of course, politics is a very dirty game. And then Wike has proven to be the master of dirty games. but I think that Fubara made a mistake, and he learned from the mistake, and now he's playing smart. That's why I think that is why he come to APC. Because if you look at what happened, how he got removed from the seat, you saw that he was willing and ready to fight Wike and fight the federal government. So he thought he had the support of the people and also the support of the PDP, the PDP. But when the fight got tough, he found out that he was alone. The people did not fight with him. PDP did not fight for him, and he stood alone. He was on the suspension for the 6 months. So I thought that he learned his lesson. And, like they said, if you can't beat them, he joined them. So if you notice what he said on when he joined the APC, he said, now we are going to go to the Oga Direct, meaning he's going to go to Tinubu Direct. So which means I don't think Wike is going to get anything.
But let me actually say something to that. Are the president that we know and that is not changed, okay, it doesn't operate that way. No matter what, the same man would not operate freely with Fubara without
you need to understand that what Tinubu wants is to get APC or to get Port Harcourt under his pocket. And
notwithstanding, it is only Wike that can deliver it.
No. Now that Fubara has entered the camp, you cannot remove a sitting governor.
First, I hope you are aware that. I hope you are aware.
APC has no other choice than to give him ticket. So you see, this battle is going to be tough. Okay. I don't think Tinubu will just he won't, because now he's in a tight corner. So like I said, Fubara learned his mistake, and I support what he's doing right now because he was alone. So good luck to them.
All right, thank you so much for that particular one. But of course, if we really want to look at this particular conversation, you agree with me that presently, Wike has, the whole of the local government, to himself, local government chairman, to himself. These are his people everywhere, and now he wants to collect 12 out of how many, for crying out loud. But let me come to you, Dr. Kayode. Hello, doctor, are you there?
Yes, and we do.
Yes, let's talk about Malami's conversation. The Efcc situation with Malami. What are your thoughts on the Efcc allegation against Abubakar Malami?
You see, I don't have any problem in EFCC arresting anybody who had stolen our Commonwealth. But my problem lies in the area whereby EFCC is now being used as a witch hunting organization against those that are not for government. How much are they talking about, Malami? How much was that of Okowa? How much was that of Okowa? Are we hearing anything again about Okowa? Yes. Malami should be quizzed and his cohort for all that. But my question is, the Senate president that is there today, is he also free from corruption allegations? Is he free? A whole load of them in that Senate, are they also free from corruption allegations? How about in quotes, Gandola? Is he free of corruption allegations? His own that was even captured live on video. What has happened to him? Did you not stop the mic? Off the mic. What has happened to it? So for me, I'm not saying Malami should not be quizzed. I'm not saying it should not be dealt with. But the question is, do we really have strong institutions to deal with corrupt practices on our land? Now, even if we have strong institutions? To what extent are they independent of the executive? Again, all these institutions, how far, when I'm talking of EFCC, ICPC, and all that, and even the judiciary. Because at the end of the day, the case will end up at the table of the judiciary. What is our level of preparedness to be dealing with fraudulent personalities in our country? One of them was saying the other time that everybody in the executive and the civil service are corrupt. If they should jail everybody, then a lot of Nigerians will be in jail. Yes, let them be in jail. Let them be in jail. Because how can an individual be holding, look at how much money that the president have been borrowing. Peter B was just going against another one that I said wants to go and borrow now. How has the National Assembly been a watchdog on these monies that are being borrowed in terms of using it for economic and developmental purposes? So when you borrow money, and we're not seeing the impact on our economic development, what do we call that too? Who are also monitoring that? Which institution is also monitoring that? If there's an institution to monitor that, to what extent are they monitoring it?
So, doctor, hello, doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, you are saying that this particular situation is a witch hunt, right?
I'm saying what?
You said that this situation is a witch hunt on Malami.
I'm not saying it should be withdrawn.
I'm asking, are you saying it is a witch hunt?
Well, to the extent that, what's his name again? Oshiomhole, while he was the chairman of APC, said, even if you are the most terrible devil, the moment you switch camp to APC, you are an angel. And we have seen a lot of fraudulent characters switching camp to APC. And to that extent, they have not been doing anything. Peradventure, this one we are now seeing on Malami is probably, please mark my words, probably the ruling party is wanting Malami to come and declare for APC so that it can be left off the hook. Just as to a very large extent, Okowa is now moving around the street freely. Just as the present Senate president was left off the hook, he later became a minister and now is the Senate president. And so also so many other people like that.
Okay, so doctor, I understand that you're also coming from a place of your principle. I'm talking about Alleges Atiku Abubakar. But
I'm not coming from his place. I'm saying my own.
Notwithstanding, that's also what he talked about. But my question,
never read his own comments. I never read his own comments.
Okay, notwithstanding, yes. So my question here is there even a crime in the first place? Because there is no smoke without fire, doctor. Someone who they're actually saying, that he has 46 bank accounts linked to, Abacha loot. It's something that we should actually, take off emotions and look into for proper clarity and accountability. This is not about. I'm coming, doctor. This is not just about political party. Of course, Malami recently declared, that he wants to become the governor of Kebbi State, and eyes were rolling and things like that, started popping up. But that's not where we're coming from. What I'm saying is, if you are saying that some of this situation, is witch hunt, or of course the APC wants him to, move to their camp and things like that, so his sins can be forgiven, just like Oshomole said. But he is not the only person in opposition party that the EFCC has not gone after. If they come for you, for example, be it opposition or not, or let's even say you are in opposition party and EFCC comes for you, that means there is an iota of truth somewhere. So should we say because this person is opposition, we should also look for a way to, brand that particular terminology of cleaning off whatsoever corrupt activities that they've actually indulged themselves in? I just want clarity on all of that.
Savior, hold on. I want us to get my position right, please.
That's what I'm waiting for, to give us clarity as regards your
submission. I've already explained it, but it seems you didn't follow it properly. Now, listen again. Let anybody be accused by EFCC.
Okay.
Anybody be accused by EFCC. But again, don't let us be having sacred cows. Don't let us be having sacred cows. There are also people in this particular government that are not supposed to be there, that are supposed to be accused. Look at, and I made reference to Apabio. I made reference to Ganduje. I made reference to Okowa.
Yahaya Bello, to Okowa.
Yaya Bello. And so many of them like that. Even the so-called Matawale. Even Matawale. Matawale's one is even more grievous. That of the vice president. The sitting vice president is even more grievous. So what I'm saying is, quiz Malami, even jailing, if is found wanting, jailing, all right? But don't stop at that. Stop allowing people to be using that word witch hunting. Why are people using that word witch hunting? Because Oshiomhole had said, and you have been following it, that whoever should part from another party to APC will surely become a saint. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want equity. We want justice for all. And we want fair play, whereby anybody that had been adjudged or even reported that look at that, such a person must be dealt with accordingly. Check some of these ministers. Take them out. Check some of them in the Senate. Check some of them in the House of Reps. So why is the FCC not also going after those people? Why? I'm not saying you shouldn't quiz Malami. I'm not his fan. I'm not a fan to anybody that is among those that are stealing our Commonwealth. I'm not among those that will support anybody, whether through tribe or any affiliation, that has caused this kind of heinous crime on our nation. No, I won't support it. But let there be equity. Let there be fair play. Let there be justice. That is what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
I don't want to believe that.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
This one is witch hunt. No.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor.
But for me not to say it's a witch hunt, you also have to let others go through that process.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor,
Ganduje,
for that wonderful submission. Thank you. Let's come back to the studio here. All right, Mr. Dele Fanimo, you heard everything, a doctor said, and of course, we've been going, loggerheads with each other. Quickly, I'd like to ask you, what implication could this case have on the EFCC's, credibility if the allegations are proven false? And of course, I'd like to take this simultaneously.
You see, Malami was in government for 8 years as Attorney General of the Federation. And during that time, what is being visited on him was visited on many Nigerians. He looked the other way, which means what goes round comes round. That's one. Two, I'm not sympathetic to Malami on this front. The second one, now he's now claiming rule of law. He's now claiming rights to justice. He's now, you know how many people that were detained by government agencies that were not even prosecuted. Dasuki was in detention for how many years under Buhari? And Malami was the Attorney General. What did he do? What did he do? Nnamdi Kanu was in detention for many years under Buhari, and he was the Attorney General. What did he do? Now the thing is coming back to him. That's one. Two, this question of why me, I don't want to hear it, and I've always detested it. After all, I'm not the only thief. Why are they singling me out? Why did you steal at all?
Why did you steal in the first place? That's what I was discussing.
In the first place, why did you steal?
That's it. Did you even
There are some people in opposition that are in ADC, but they have never run around government offices. Nobody has picked them for wrongdoing.
For me to deviate a little, just for the records, if Peter Obi actually did something
and he has stolen, by now he will be in detention. So why is Obi running free? And if there is anybody,
know the truth. If Peter Obi, I'm saying this year, I'd actually taken even lead to 1/3. I'm not saying 10%. Look, what would have happened to him?
Look, when this fierce battle between Segun Oni, former governor of Ekiti State, and Dr. Fayemi, eventually Dr. Fayemi got that mandate through the court. Days after, they went to him and said, why would you allow Segun Oni to just walk free? After all, he's in opposition, he took your seat and all that. He said, even while outside government, I have dug into government and there is no single infraction that I can use to name Segun Oni. And since I came into government, I have not seen anything incriminating against him. So why should I prosecute him? Is Malami the only person that served under Buhari? Somebody said 46 accounts.
46 linked to Abacha loot.
We were never told that Malami had private businesses that could accommodate those accounts. He was a lawyer. He has his chamber.
What is somebody doing with 46 accounts?
You see, the area where I feel uncomfortable with is the fact that this case, the way it is now, has been bungled even before prosecution. If you are saying those 46 accounts were tied to Abacha loot at some point, maybe because Malami was in office as Attorney General, Switzerland will not bring Abacha loot and pay into a personal account in Nigeria. That money would have been paid to federal government through the CBN. At what point did that money move from government account to private account?
That's it. That's what we're saying. We just want clarity. We want accountability.
You know, Efcc is an institution that arrests before investigating.
Meanwhile, they were meant to investigate.
You are meant to, if Scotland Yard officer says you are under arrest,
they've actually done their duty.
They have closed your file.
Closed it. They are not just opening it.
They have closed your file. And that's why that slogan came in, that you are advised to keep quiet because whatever you say shall be used against you in the court of law. Because whatever you are saying during arrest or after arrest is an addition to that file that has been closed. But here, our security agents will arrest you and begin to ask you, did you steal? How much did you steal? Where are you keeping it? So, Efcc, That's why a governor was arraigned with 139 charges in Nigeria, and he was told to go home scot-free. But that same governor was arrested, extradited to UK, tried, second trial, even with Queen's Counsel, equivalent of SAN here. They advised him, please, better you plead guilty so that your sentence can be lighter. And he pleaded guilty, and he was sentenced. Because the more you allow government to use state resources, taxpayers' resources, to prosecute you, the longer that sentence on conviction. But look at this Malami case now. We have not heard from Efcc. Whoever punched the necessary button to transfer state money to private account in 46 accounts, nobody has told us. Even if you are going to use that person as prosecuting witness, nobody has told us. So at the end of the day, when this man is arraigned in court, he will be discharged and acquitted because of lack of evidence to nail him. And then we would have wasted taxpayers' money. We have wasted a lot of energy and resources.
Push for the case.
Now, the second part of it, this man made a grave allegation against the chairman of Efcc. Nobody is talking about it. This man said when the current Efcc chairman was secretary to Efcc, that he committed some infractions, and that infraction was documented in a report by Commission of Inquiry headed by Malami, former chairman, president of Court of Appeal. And nobody has visited that case. The same way the former Efcc chairman, Magu, was investigated in Port Harcourt zonal office, and he was alleged to have sold exhibits, trailer load of exhibits for 100,000 to his cronies. They have not concluded that investigation before they posted him to Lagos to evade that. And the only thing they could do to compensate him for that infraction that had not been concluded was to make him FCC chairman under Buhari. So it's a whole lot of rubbish going on. And while I'm not going to say that I don't have any sympathy for Malami, but you must come to justice, must come with free hand, you know. Yes. So they should also listen to that allegation and investigate the current EFCC chairman to find out if he's culpable of that allegation that was also recorded in that report by Malami-led the Commission of Inquiry.
All right, you know, one of my biggest concern now as regards to that particular commission is this commission doing their due diligence, based on being, professional enough, not being partisan, or are they politically motivated? Chijioke, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Savio.
So I would like to, get your take as regards to this. Of course, I don't know what the anti-graft agency in Canada is called and all of that, but of course, you would agree with me that we have our EFCC here, and over the years, they've been either arresting, prosecuting, investigating. Some come out well, some we don't hear the case again. It's just been swept off and, and the likes. But I'd like to ask you, do you still believe that EFCC is really working, or they are now being controlled politically?
I've never believed that EFCC has been an independent institution. They have not done anything to prove that they have been an independent institution. It has always been one government or the other, either controlling them or something else, because everything that they are doing shows that they are not independent. Of course, I will commend them for doing a job well done by, arresting these so-called corrupt politician, because that's what they should be doing. But there are some questions that the EFCC need to answer, because why does it seem like it is they are all going after people who are not APC members, because that's what it is. And you cannot tell me for sure that there are not corrupt APC members, even those in powers. Like, take for instance here in Canada, nobody is above the law. Nobody is above being arrested. Even the prime minister here, if there is any little corruption in his name, he's going to answer. There are so many people, even people that are not in power, that EFCC goes after, and before you know it, the case just ends like that. And when you go deeper into them, you find out that they are APC member. So these things warrant us to like ask some questions and ask the EFCC. Yes, you guys are doing a wonderful job going after people who are destroying the country, people who are rooting the country down to zero. But the question is this: why are you not going after other parties, like the ruling parties? Let's take, for instance, the president. Even before he becomes the president, there is an alleged drug allegation on his name, and no one is saying anything about it. Should we go down to the vice president, Shatima? We know there's a terrorist link allegation on his name. No one is talking about it. Down to the Senate president, corruption case on his name. No one is talking about it. All of them, even the former governor of Kogi State, we know how much the FCC said he rooted, and everything that happened. No one is talking about it. But when you talk about other politicians, when you go to even the ADC, you see EFCC going after one or two people. Yesterday we heard that the court remained Ngige. It's not like when you see all these, you ask what is really going on, what is really happening in the country, because all these people that the EFCC keep going after, yes, we know they are criminals, good, but if you notice, they have one similarity, and which is what? They are against this current government. So which sparks the question: EFCC, what are you doing with the taxpayers' money? Is the taxpayers' money being good? Like, are you using it for what it's supposed to be used for? Or are you working for these governments? So that's the thing.
All right, Chijoke, thank you so much. I will press for time, and this is how far we can actually go. But of course, in just 15 seconds, Dr. Kayode, can you just give me your final submission, please? Hello? Dr. Kayode?
Yes.
Please,
Are you hearing me?
In 50 seconds, please. I need to round up.
Yes. My final submission is both governments and EFCC and Nigerians should know that he who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Let Malami be quizzed. Let him be jailed if found wanting. Because EFCC had not told us how that money was transferred from CBN to those 46 accounts. That's one. Two, they have to ensure that others that are also involved in such infractions are also brought to book.
Right.
Enough of corruption in our land.
All right, thank you so much for that particular one. Thank you so much, Mr. Fanimo, for being part of the show. Thank you, Dr. Dayo Kayode, and of course,
Fanimo, I salute you especially, Mr. Fanimo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Chijoke.
Mr. Fanimo, I greet you too. Mr. Fanimo, you know, we look up to you guys. You guys are the people that motivate us to speak up.
You should not turn my show to greeting and greeting. I need to round up my show.
You have to greet people that do well.
It's a family now. We have become family now.
He's a role model. We learn from him.
All right, let's all rest the case now. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Coming up next is a locker room. If you love the world of sport, I'd like you to stay put to enjoy another wonderful edition of Locker Room today. The views and opinions expressed by our analysts are solely their own and do not reflect that of VOP Media. Don't give up because it is not over. Tough time doesn't last, but tough will do last. Whatsoever you're facing will soon be over, and you will definitely smile again. My name remains Savio Udo. Have a good evening. Rest.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I, with you in mind